Hello everyone, it's Adam here. Tire update. It's always fun videos. So these are the tires that came on the beta, the 390 Race Edition 2018 that I purchased. They are Tusk Motocross M59 on the front, 80/121, and a Recon Hybrid from Tusk. That's by default. 120/118. So these are obviously thinner width with a pretty tall sidewall to enable for pretty fast turn in on technical trails. So not a lot of straight line grip, but much easier handling in technical terrain. They're also both filled with the bib mousse from Michelin, which I have no experience on at all. But supposedly there's no air in here. So you can just, what you're pushing on is like it's a foam, essentially. I have no experience with bib mousse, no experience with Tusk tires, and if you look, there's some minor starts to some cracks in there. They're used. I mean, they have a few hundred miles on them at least. And I don't know what the condition of the bib mousse is, and I've heard, what I've read in doing research is that bib mousse gets tired and more lazy the more you ride on, and eventually you just kind of know when it's time to replace it. I don't know what it feels like fresh, and so you guys know me, I don't like to inherit someone else's project or problems or scenario, and so if I can, I just start fresh with something I know. And you know, if I want to try this again one day, I might buy a different set of wheels for off-road only. Oh, there's that too. So with the Michelin bib mousse, you can't really ride on the road. It generates way too much heat on the road, and you just get really serious degradation from the friction and stuff. So, and no slight on my friend who installed these or had these installed. I don't know how much lube he used. I have no idea. I don't know what the condition is. So I just want a fresh start. So I was looking at MotoZ's website. They've got this Tractionator Enduro IT, which is MX light grip, but durability for long distances, and it is DOT approved. And then we have this brand new tire called the Outback Race, which is allegedly kind of like a Dakar style endurance tire that lasts a long time, also DOT approved, or DOT legal. Again, 90% off-road for the rear, and this is also at 90% off-road. Nope, terrain conditions, so 50% dry, 50% wet, 50% hard, 50% soft. So basically just kind of dead center, not gummy, not too hard, but not hardy. Both these are supposed to have pretty hard sidewalls, and I just got them in. Now the Tractionator Outback only comes in one size, 140/80/18 for the rear. It's only rear size only one size. So it's going to be, let's move this around. It's going to be wider, I believe, narrower than the Tusk it replaces, because it's a 140 instead of a 120. But as you can see here, the overall height of it is about the same. They're pretty close in height, but you have a much wider patch there. But this is a little bit more gummy. It's gummy, and this is way less gummy. Super hard sidewall. I'm really excited about this tire, actually. I really am. It's, of course, tube instead of boob mousse. I keep wanting to call it boob mousse. I don't really know what else to call it. So that's the first one for the rear that I got. Love the tread pattern. It is directional. Yep, it's directional. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I like it or not. I mean, it has actually has lean in, where that Tusk tire doesn't really have. It's pretty much flat, and this has like actually like a rounded edge, which is really interesting. So I think for locking, getting traction in some of these mud holes around here with those side teeth is going to come in really helpful. So there's that one. And then I got that Enduro IT for the front, which is a 90/90/21 as opposed to that 100. So you can see here how those two look side by side. Again, much taller tire, a little taller. Let's get this, a little bit taller tire. but with some solid teeth on the side. More. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teeth across. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So for what that means for my kind of riding, which is basically 2-track, bushwhacking, trails, a lot of mud, a lot of slop, a lot of wet leaves on trails. But also, because of the hardness of these, I'm hoping, like you can see you get a little bit of bend there, but not much. But incredibly hard sidewall. I couldn't do these at home with spoons. I have to take them to a professional because I'm a little baby. But I think I'm gonna love these. I really think I'm gonna love these. I've now switched to being completely on MotoZ or MotoZ tires for all of my off-road tires for the last few years. And I'm not even looking at other manufacturers at this point. I love their hard sidewalls. I love the longevity. And I just know they're not built for wet pavement. But I think with tubes, I'll be able to hop on the pavement for an hour if I need to get home, and it's not going to be a problem. Whereas these, that's out. Like I'm going to be, with these, I'll be driving to the trailhead, dropping the beta, and then going and riding the ATV trails and load the beta back up. With these, I can ride 10, 15 miles to the trails that are near my house where there's no truck parking and just ride in the woods, in the forest for a bit and then ride home. Not possible with these without messing up the boob moose. Also, in addition, Harry told me these were not balanced. So if I rode on the road with them, it's going to be an unbalanced wheel. And so again, just while you're in there, oh, the set of these, let me look at my receipt here. I had the receipt pulled up. I did have the receipt pulled up. I also bought, for the first time ever, the tubes for this tire. So $422.96 for both tires and the tubes. What did those cost? So here's the total here. So $120 for the front, $182 for the rear, and then $36 and $42 respectively for the tubes. I kind of wish Pacific Power Sports would drop the shipping charges, but it's fine. They just ship it in a box actually, where most manufacturers just zip tie them up, put a UPS label on them. They didn't do that with these. Okay, new tires. I'll talk more about these in a future video, but goodbye Tusk, shitty Chinese stuff, and whatever Boob Moose does, and these unbalanced wheels over to a trusted brand that I know and love with some new tubes. So I'm excited and looking forward to get them on the beta and riding the beta in, who the hell knows, a month or two. The suspension box should be here today. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for all that to happen. But I did get all these accessories here to put on. Still waiting for Sierra Motorcycle to ship me the rest of my beta stuff I ordered. And it's just going to be a process. It's going to last for a few weeks, but then we'll be able to ride it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe.